Today's video, I'm going to go on visiting an old friend that I haven't used in a while, and that would be Covergirl, a brand that stood the test of time and it's still going strong in the drugstores. I hope you'll stick around with me and let me show you the products that I use to get this look today on Beauty Over 70 with Lee. Good morning, friends. Today's video, we're going back in time. We're going back in time. How many of you remember Covergirl? Some of you still use Covergirl, right? Yes, I remember at 77, I can remember using Covergirl as one of the first foundations drugstore that I had on my skin back in the early 60s as an early teenager, like 13, 14. You know, we didn't wear a lot of makeup back then, but we kind of like to try a little makeup and a little blush and a little gloss, right? Depending on how strict your parents were, right? But today we're going to revisit an old brand. It's been around a long time. And you know, it's a structured brand and it's still going strong. So I have a lot of Covergirl on my makeup table today. So that's what the video is about today, is just a full face of Covergirl. Now there may be a couple of items around my eyes that I have to still be very careful after my corneal transplant that I can't use with that particular brand. I have to stick with brands that I know that's going to work for me around my eyes because of the surgery. Everything else is going to be Covergirl. So I hope you'll stay with me today and let's get this video, get ready with me rocking. Yep, got my hair in rollers. Oh my, do I go gray? Don't I go gray? I don't know. But I've got to get this hair back out of my eyes so we can get some things on. Now I have been filming this morning. I filmed a skincare, an AM skincare video this morning, so I already have all my skincare on. Don't have to do a thing with that to save time. I went ahead and put on my primer to save time as well. My face primer. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Lee and welcome. I've got a lot of new subscribers and I thank you so much for coming aboard and welcome to this community. I'm going to be using a Covergirl Simply Ages with an SPF of 28 already in it. That's white roll in there. That is your sunscreen. And I'm using number 120. Now everything will be listed in the description box, so I'm not going to take time to tell you everything. But I have had this for a while and this is what it looks like. Covergirl Simply Ageless. It's got your foundation and your sunscreen rolled into one there. So I'm going to start out with two brushes. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I'm going to use a flat top and I may have to go to another brush. I'm just going to roll that around in there and saturate my brush. I'm going to use a flat top Kabuki by Sigma. It's the brush I'm using. It is raining here today, let me tell you. And it's cold. I don't know when this video is going to air. I just thought I would on this rainy day, I would just get some filming done. Covergirl, they have really stood the test of time. I mean, they really are. They're still going strong as far as I know. But I have a bunch of Covergirl products and I thought Why don't we just pull them out and do a get ready with me? Keeping it drugstore. You know, the prices of a lot of the brands have just gotten so outrageously pricey, so pricey that it's difficult. I mean, you know, our times are hard. They are. Now, I have done that, and I don't want to break the tradition, but I picked up the Lancome Blockbuster and done a review on that, if you've seen that. And I do that every year, and I done it again this year. Those are products that I need and I use. Didn't feel at all guilty about splurging on those products because they are just well worth the money, and Estee Lauder as well. Okay, let's grab a different brush and I'm using my BK Beauty brush right now. I think it's the 106, but that's what I grabbed. Hubby is still on home health. Like I said, I don't know when this is going to air. He may not be when it airs, but as of right now, the end of October, he is still on home health. With the RN coming out and the LPN coming out and occupational coming out to help with bathing, and that's going really good. So, and my daughter is starting the first week in November, is starting her radiation after her 2 breast surgeries. So please continue to keep her in your prayers if you would. Now, the one thing I do not have is a CoverGirl powder. So I'm going to use my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This is like a little $4 or $5 powder. It's a great powder. It's great for setting underneath the eyes, but that's what I'm going to use today. And I didn't want to go out and buy a powder, a loose powder, just for a get ready with me. I just wasn't going to do that. So I'm going to use my MAC paint pot in Painterly and go ahead and prime my eyes. Grab my special brush that you've seen 100 times, and Painterly is one of my favorites. I'm going to go ahead and use this where that can be drying down. I'm working out of a different mirror over here today, so bear with me. It may take me just a little bit longer, and then again it may take me a little bit less, who knows. But I hope when you watch these Get Ready With Me, if you want the longer videos, I hope you'll watch. I certainly hope you will watch the entire video and not skip through it, because you know, when you ask for longer videos and I make them longer, then, you know, please watch them all the way through. I know they get boring a little bit to go all the way through, but, you know, I can cut a lot out, but you guys wanted a longer video, and that's what I'm going to bring you. Scoop my mirror just a little bit closer where I can see here. I want to put on a nice coat of that where it can be drying down. Let me just pat that and let that be drying down. Mascara, now I'm not going forward, I'm just sitting here waiting for this to dry down. The mascara, I did pick up a new mascara. I did not have a CoverGirl mascara, so I had to go out and pick up one, because you know, it had almost a year with the corneal, back-to-back corneal transplants in my eyes, I couldn't put any mascara on. So what I had over here was about 9 or 10 mascaras that were open, and they went rancid. So I had to can every single one of them. So I picked up Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen mascara. So we're going to try this together. So I'm going to go ahead and open this mascara. Do a couple things while I'm waiting for that to dry down. Now let's check this out. And we're nowhere near mascara, but this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and show you the brush on this. Let's see what the brush looks like. It may not be too bad, but I don't like those big ones because I have little stubby lashes. You see the brush on that? That's what the brush looks like. And we chose that in black. Start my eyes. And the little palette that I picked up, I think it's like a little 4-pan palette, and it's called Desert Rose. In this True Naked, it's Desert Rose is the shade. Desert Rose is the shade, and it does not have a mirror. So I'm going to hold this up and let you see those gorgeous colors. I think it'll blend very well with this little fall rush shirt that I have on today. Shade right here, the second shade, to start the contour color. Ooh, it's bright. It's definitely bright, yes. We'll work it down the best we can, right? I'm going to switch brushes. Let me grab my brush cleaner. I'm going to go to my rougher number 1. Pardon me, I have something in my eye. I just got something in my eye. I'm going to tone that down just a touch. Now I can't look here if I'm looking here. Please forgive me for doing that. I just can't. I'm still using that one shade that we started with there. Put some dark right in here, this shade right here. I added the darkest shade and a little bit of this in color right here. These two colors I dip back and forth in that. And that's what I'm going to do with this little pointy brush right here. Rougher number 15 brush, and I'm going to dip in that and blend and bring it a little higher since I have such hooded eyes. I'm going to dip in that and blend. Try to smooth everything as the best we can. Shade here to put up over my eye. You see the little shimmer right there on the edge right there? This one, I'm going to use that to put up over my eye. I'm hoping that it will work. Hoping that it will work. I think it's going to be too dark. I think I'm going to have to grab a lighter shade. Lightest in there, that iridescent color is the one I'm going to go with. dipping my finger in there. We're just, those are colors are so dark. Okay, friends, I'm going back with this color with my number 1, and I'm just continuing to blend. I'm going to switch to my rougher number 15 brush, cleaning it and just blending that. The highlight shade that I put on my eyes in here didn't work the way I want it to. I'm going to work with it after I do a coat of mascara, and I'm going to pop on my half lashes. So I got to do something with this. It just don't look right. So I'm going to pop on my half lashes and put on a coat of mascara, and I'll be right back, my friends. Stay with me. Ahead and popped on my little half lashes that I normally do. Most of the time I do, let me put it that way, and I will list them in the description box. I get them on Amazon. They're dirt cheap. There's about 8 or 10 in a pack, but I will list them. They're fantastic. I trim them, and that's what I put on. But right now it looks pretty bad, but I'm going to try to fix it. So first of all, before I do a coat of mascara, of this CoverGirl mascara, tell you the truth, I'm not crazy about this little Desert Heart palette. It just didn't work that great, but you know, we'll just keep working with it and see what happens. Okay, before I go any further with the mascara, I'm going to line my eyes. Now, I told you in the beginning, I'm very particular what I put around my eyes after this double corneal transplant that's taken me an entire year. So one thing that I can put on my eyes to tight line is Flower Beauty eyeliner pencil, and I'm going to use this in Brownstone. You've seen me use this. It's one of my favorite shades. I'm going to tight line my eyes, so bear with me and let me just tight line these. Makes such a difference. I know I shouldn't be doing it, but it does make such a difference. So when I get through filming, I go right in and I take everything off. Corneal specialists don't like it, but he said, if you put it on the film, as soon as you get finished, you take that off. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're putting that on there. Now I'm going to put on a coat of the CoverGirl mascara, the Exhibitionist. Now, before I popped on my little half lashes, I did put a coat of the e&h on that I always do before I put my lashes on. Excuse me for doing this, but I've got something in my eye, and I'm trying to finish this video so I can take everything off and get it out. So, okay, here we go with this mascara. Let's give this a whirl and see what happens. I have no lashes, absolutely don't. Try to build them the best I can. At least see where my lashes start and stop. So that's the coat of mascara with these 77-year-old eyelashes, which I have none. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I have a little e&h liquid liner pen, and I'm going to go in with this and fill in just a touch. It's just a little e&h black liner pen. And where the lash band starts and stops, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my 10 times magnification. You may not be able to see this, but this is what I'm going to use to where the lash starts and stops, the band. I'm going to go in and fill that in just a touch. So if you can't see, I apologize, but I have to get my head in this mirror so close to see what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to cover that band to where it won't show. And I'm so shaky. Now, I could have done this off camera and not said anything, but I wanted you to see what I do. It's not the best. I'm so shaky at my age, but what I do is I try to tie that band together. Can you see what I'm saying? It helps a little bit, or you can take it and you can poke it up between the lashes, and that helps a lot. But with me being as shaky as I am, it's getting difficult to do that. Okay. Let's get some brows on, and then we will go back to these eyes. Okay, let's get some brows. Now, that's another problem. I have problem, and I tell you over and over, I have a problem with my brows. It takes me forever. I'll be using the Covergirl in light brown micro pencil. It's in light brown, but with my hair color, I'm also going to come in with the Anastasia in the auburn and mix the two colors together. So if you're up for a long video, my friends, and you want to watch, so you like these longer videos, you stay tuned because it's going to take me a little while to do this. A lot of you like longer videos, and you say, just let that camera run and let me see what you're doing. And again, if you like uncut videos to where I don't leave anything out, see, you take right in the center, right there's where it should be. If you like them uncut, let me know. You know, if I could see, it would be this would be zip, zip, zip. But that is my problem, is my close-up vision. And I can't do anything. There's no mirror that is going to correct that. There's just not. So if you have really good close-up vision, thank him daily, because mine is going. Now I'll come back and clean this up with concealer, and clean that up in just a moment. To contour. And then I'm going to go back to my eyes. Let's go to Covergirl. This is Skin Enhancer Covergirl True Blend. And the color will be listed in the description box. Contour. Rose first. We'll scoot right in here. Nikki LaRose contour brush. Or it's what I use it for. You can use it for a lot of things, but it's great for contouring. It is raining cats and dogs out there. I don't have a puppy, so I think I'll go out and catch me a nice, sweet puppy. I got so much on me, I couldn't take care of a puppy. I couldn't start over. I used to have a puppy, and I miss him. He passed with cancer. Real techniques and just blending this. And pushing up. It is pouring. There's a lovely shadow there, don't we? I'll be using the Covergirl blend. Again, in the description box will be the shade. I hope the shade works. Hope the shade works. This is the shade we're talking about. Rougher number 5 brush. A little bit up in here for color. Got too much there, as you can see. And I'm just going to take my Stands Out sponge and just blot that. Powder, my Brighten Up by Essence banana powder. Grab a powder brush here. That's the big BK Beauty. Staying away from the eye area. I'm going to line the lips, and I'll use CoverGirl. In the description box. This shade will be in the description box. Keep flipping my mirror here. And for lipstick, I have 2 shades, and I don't know which one is going to work. I have this particular formula, and that's the shade in CoverGirl. And then I have one of their newer formulas, and this is like, it's a different container. So I don't know. Let's try both. How about that? Let's try both. Let's put both on. Let's start with the older one. And let's go over it with the newer formula. This is what the tube looks like. That's what the tube looks like in the newer one. What I'm doing, something, I'll list it. Let's go over it with that. Pull a little bit more rust. I think use a little bit of gloss over that. Kind of a little neutral shade gloss I'm going to stick over this. Concentrating right in the center. When you get your lipstick on, or when I get my lipstick on, I can always see, do I need more blush or don't I need more blush? But first I'm going to do under these eyes, and then we'll take care of that. I'm going to go with the concealer, and I'll go with the Covergirl. This is what it looks like. It is Covergirl. It will be in the description box. There you can see it. It is Covergirl, and the shade will be in the description box. It's kind of a large doe foot. Let's get some concealer under here and clean this eyebrows up. And flashy brush, which is one of my favorites for concealer. Have you started holiday shopping? Like I said, I don't know when this video is going to air. It may be close to Christmas, so that was kind of a strange statement, you know, because when I make videos ahead on rainy days, I never know when they're going to air, especially a Get Ready With Me. I try to make a few up ahead because of holidays and things get hectic. Not too much on my end, but you know, you guys know what I've been dealing with hubby and everything, and my daughter, so things get kind of hectic, and I have to work around the days that I can actually film. If you like my channel, I hope you'll take this opportunity to subscribe. And if you'd be so kind to hit the hype button, I would certainly appreciate that. Now I'm going to set that with some of my Brighten Up powder. With that, can set the concealer with the powder is what I'm trying to say. I know this has been lengthy, and I apologize. Touch here. And brush them. Never get them right. One of these days I'm going to have them microbladed. You got it. They're going to be microbladed. More of that off, so I need to go back and put a couple of strokes. See, this is an uncut. This would be an uncut. You know what I done? You know what I done? Instead of grabbing the brow pencil, you know, I grabbed the eyeliner pencil to tight line, and that's going to be a boo-boo. So, gonna have to clean this up. I may let it run, I may cut it out. That would be an uncut right there. If I'd done an uncut video, that's what you would see. I just absolutely grabbed the tight line pencil and made a big boo-boo, see? Now I've got my correct pencil. Oh, we are human. We all make mistakes. It happens, and it definitely happened to me. And it happens a lot to me. Okay, I'm going to go over that with setting powder. That would be my ambient light. One. Just going to go over that with me, and I'm going to just set everything. Just go right across all three colors. Take this hairband off. I'm going to go back to my eyes. And touch up just a bit because there's some things that don't look unison to me. I'm going to go right back to this using my number 1. And let's get some highlight. Some highlight on top of this blush. High points where we need it. I am going to do something with my hair, if I can, and put on some jewelry, and I'll be right back and let you see the finished look. I hope you'll stay with me. Okay, friends, I'm back, and this is the finished look that we came up with today using the old favorite that I have been using for a lot of years, good old CoverGirl. It's still going strong in the drugstores, right, my friends? It really is. A lot of you still use it. I still use it, and this is the finished look we come up with using my CoverGirl Simply Ageless, got a SPF in it, and number 120 was the shade that I used. Along with all the other products, I popped on my little half lashes. Everything will be listed in the description box. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll hype me. I hope you'll hit the thumbs up. And I thank you so much for your time today on this busy time of year seeing this Get Ready with me. I hope you have a good, safe week. And I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday. But my friends, always remember that I love you, and I'll have a video for you next week. Have a good, safe week, my friends. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.